Hi guys, we're at SimRacing Expo 2023 at the Fanatec booth, and Fanatec have surprised everybody by announcing a new direct driver, which is the Fanatec ClubSport DD. As you can see here, they've actually accidentally blown one up. You don't want to blow your wheels up before you even bring them to market, but Fanatec, that's what they do. Watch out if you buy one of these, it might explode on your sim rig. Okay, so we're going to get in the rig and give it a go here. So, with this new ClubSport DD, Fanatec are doing two versions of it. They've got one that's 12 Newton meters and one that's 15 Newton meters. The 15 Newton meter one has PS5 support, and the 12 Newton meter one is just PC support. Basically, with this wheel, you could kind of think of it as a upgrade from the CSLDD with the boost pack, and sort of lying in between the podium DDs that they did before. But the secret source of this is that this also has a much better slew rate and better motor in it than the podium DDs. So actually what this has done is effectively killed the podium DDs, which is a very sad, miserable story. And the reason why these have killed the podium DDs is that despite being weaker technically in terms of actual force feedback overall strength, the slew rate and the peak force on them is much higher, and the way they operate is much more responsive. And as I drive around now, you can feel that this does feel noticeably tighter than the podium DD, which I had on my rig at home for ages. And you also feel that it's just got that response and strength to it that you don't get on the CSLDD, even with the boost pack. So this wheelbase could be sort of a really good upgrade for people that have the CSLDD and sort of fans of the Fanatec ecosystem. Now, one of the other big things that they've also introduced and they're showing off at SimRacing Expo is that they've got new software on this as well that introduces another layer to the force feedback that's very similar to Logitech's TrueForce, which personally I'm not a big fan of. I don't really need that extra sort of high frequency data or high frequency detail through the wheel, but if you're playing games on the console like Gran Turismo, which have pretty bland force feedback, that additional layer of telemetry driven effects, audio, track texture and whatever you want as a user can be really nice to really add to immersion and let you feel more of what the car is doing. So basically, I can't remember what it's called, Vibrator Force 10,000, I don't know, but has been added to this wheelbase. Now, the other notable thing with this is that it is Fanatec's first wheelbase to come out of the box with the new QR2, which Fanatec, of course, got to market very quickly with no delay whatsoever. And you know, nobody had to wait a few billion years and the heat death of the universe for that. So this wheelbase comes with that QR2 out of the box, and I assume all new Fanatec wheels will also come with the QR2. So for people that were annoyed by the little bit of flex or some of the tolerance issues that you had with the previous quick release, that has now been fixed. Basically, having driven this and actually done laps with it for a little bit now, and obviously this is in an Expo setting, so I can't give it a proper review, but basically this is now sort of the Fanatec DD wheel. I think it's sort of, as I say, it's killed the podium wheel, so the podium rip to the podium, and I can still see why people would buy the CSLDD or the DD Pro if they want something that feels really nice and smooth for cheaper. But this is now Fanatec's DD, let's be honest. And with Fanatec's really price competitive wheel rims, I can totally see people being attracted to this wheelbase. With its price, I think it's 700 for this one I'm using right now, the one without PlayStation support, the 12 Newton meter one. I think it works out about 1,000 for the one that has the PlayStation support and the extra power. So that, with the wheel rim and what have you and all the other equipment, can be a really compelling option, and the force feedback genuinely does feel really good on this, and very similar, I have to say, to other wheelbases on the market, such as the SimuCubes and some of the Affialte stuff and some of the much more expensive wheelbases. But then, to be fair, Fanatec and other companies have really competitive wheel rims, and it's getting, and Mozo and all these other companies, are all battling each other on price. So it's really good time for fans of DD wheels and high quality force feedback in the sim racing space. But there you go, guys. This is really just a first impressions from the Fanatec booth. I have to say, I think Fanatec have been really impressive. It's one of the more impressive things at Sim Racing Expo, a really big surprise. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Most importantly than anything else, what you need to do is make yourself a really ginormous cup of tea and go and follow Rad Weasel on Twitch, who's our cameraman. That's his Rad Weasel hand. And then just go to bed, because you've had your tea, you've followed Rad Weasel. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care and goodbye, everyone.